Welcome back, Blade fans. We've got an exciting video for you this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever it is you're watching this. Here are two brand new designs from Damned Designs knives, and I'm going to give you a twofer tonight. This afternoon. Well, it's tonight here, so let me just say tonight. On vacation this week and doing some things different than usual, taking a few little trips and whatnot, so not getting around to as many knife videos as I had hoped. So if we've got a lapse here and there, hopefully you'll understand. And plenty to review, lots of new stuff coming in all the time. And these two I'm very impressed with. We have the Wendigo here, and we have the Yokai up above. Interesting thing is I ordered these less than a week ago. They shipped them the next day, and shortly after I ordered them, they were all out of stock. Everything was out of stock. I think they had like 4 or 6 new designs, and these came out at Blade Show West. And the owner of the company, I believe his name is Adrian, is well respected, and I saw a few clips of him from, I think it was Therapeutic Edge, doing some videos around his booth and Artisan's booth and what have you. And anyway, looked like it was a great time. One day I'll get to travel to another Blade show. It's been many years. Blade shows were not so large back in the day when I was going to them. They were generally local affairs at various community centers, hotels, what have you. And they were mostly custom knives at that time, because that's who was showing knives. Okay, well, I digress. Let's take a look at these. And I want to put one other blade in here, which is the Hades, which is my only other design from Damned Designs. And very similar builds, very similar blade treatments, except this guy is D2. Yep. This guy's D2, while these are Sandvik 14C28N. And I find that is an interesting departure. They're keeping up with improving their blade steels. Not that there's anything wrong with D2, but everybody's looking for stainless, because especially with this kind of a not a rough stone wash, but non-satin, non-shiny, moisture might tend to stick to the blade a little bit more. And the reason I'm showing these top two together rather than doing individual reviews on them is they're pretty much built on the same frame. I mean, they are the same knife with slightly different blade shapes. And they did it all at once, which is nice, because often it's a trend to put out a knife. I know Sandvik does it, a number of companies do it, where pretty much they build the knife on the same frame. They build it on the same handle, change the shape of the blade, give it a different name. So they did do that in this case, but I think very creatively. So what we've got is a hidden liner, nested liner, on a nice G10 frame. Black on this one. I had my choice at the time. Thought I'd want to see what white looks like. So here is the white one. Let me back out a little. The white's nice, and of course wide open to changing the color through dyeing. You're not going to run into any problems there. They use a blank on the left side, so the clip is switchable. It's late at night, so at least I didn't say the switch is clippable this time, did I? We have a clip that's flush on the mount point, meaning it'll slide in and out of the pocket without any obstruction. Can't see the screws from the side, can't see the clip because it's all inset. And they were able to do that on both sides because they could use a blank to fill that space on the unused side. Great thumb placement, really nice for just a standard grip. You have plenty of handle. These are larger blades, not enormous, but large. So we've got 8 1/8 on the Yokai. I'm wondering whether Alessandra DeSantis minds Damn Designs using the word Hokai, but her term, because she's got a knife that's called the Hokai, made by Boker. And we got an 8-inch if we don't include the clip on the Wendigo. So the Wendigo's ever so slightly shorter. We have a blade length on the Wendigo of 3, we'll call it 3.2 if we go right to that handle, but we got a cutting edge of closer to 3.5. Got a blade length on this guy also of about 3.25 and a cutting edge of a little over 3.5. We put them right next to each other. Pretty much come off as being the same length. Not a whole lot of difference. So the Yokai is ever so slightly longer. Again, depends upon where you're measuring from. I have a pretty good blade stock on these knives. Almost 4 millimeters. I'm going to call it 4 millimeters. 3.9. We'll cheat and call it 4.0. Yep. We're going to call it 4.0 on both of those. And handle thickness should be about the same as well, because as I said, I'm pretty sure they're using the same frames. 0.55. And right in there, call them both 0.55. Weights might vary a little bit because of the blade design. If I can get that to zero out, it would be nice. Oh. Okay. So on the Wendigo, we have 5.6 ounces. On the Yokai, 5.66. So they are in the ballpark, 5.6 ounces. Let's see some of the detail of these interesting blades. Are they weight relieved? Apparently, yes they are. Nice large holes. Not quite a translucent material. It's white, but not really see-through like natural jade G10. But again, there you've got some significant weight reduction on both. Again, same frame, same weight reduction in the liners, same nested or hidden liners on both, same nice contouring on the handles, same deep carry clip, although this is interesting because they've done this on some other designs as well. On the Yokai, the clip is not quite as deep or elongated. Not sure why that's being done, because, well, I lied. That's what you get for giving a cursory examination to things. We do have a slightly different handle contour on the Yokai, which is admirable. So they're not just using, they may use the same frame, but they're probably profiling it a little different. Notice we have on the Yokai, and let me get in a little closer, kind of a hump, right? And on the Wendigo, it's pretty much just an arch. And we have a little different treatment of the pommel. And as I said, a little different clip in terms of the amount of depth. Still 2 holes on both, still recessed on both. But yeah, I mean, very close on the bottom contour here on both. We have this large chamfer here at drop, and more of a roundedness without that much drop on the Wendigo. So sorry folks, we got different blades. I could have reviewed them separately, but hey, still want to give you that twofer, right? Interesting pivot on both knives. Again, beautiful stone wash. They came through with kind of almost a waxy oiliness to the blade. Not sure if these are, I mean, they could be coated. That I am not sure. They're ground on both sides. The aesthetics are great though. I mean, just the way the steel looks, the Sandvik. There is your Dam Designs logo. The RAM, I believe. There is your blade steel, 14C28N. They have a very well done edge on both of them. And I guess you'd call the Wendigo a tanto with kind of a clip point. A little bit on the stubby side. Number of facets there. I mean, you got a swedge on the top. You got a facet on the front. You got a flat ground facet here. And the grinds are flat, near as I can tell, on both knives. Very complex grinds though, and well delivered, well executed. Nice jimping, pretty grabby and aggressive, and you got that nice jimping in the thumb ramp on this one. I'd say the ergos on the Yokai are a little more dedicated. They're not bad on the Wendigo. They're a little bit more neutral. And let's take another look at these next to the Hades. Now the Hades is a thumb stud opener, double thumb stud. Has an entirely different shaped handle, tapered. I mean, these are very kind of trapezoidal geometric handles. that end up being still very nice in the hand. If you prefer more point, the Yokai and the Hades are going to do that for you. If you like the a little bit more bluntish Tanto style, then you're going to like the Wendigo. It's definitely unique. I mean, you got enough of a piercing point there, and if you're EDCing these guys, you got really two working points there that you can use. For piercing, I think they're all going to work pretty well, although the Hades and the Yokai are certainly more piercy style blades. I do have the Hades in a jade green G10 with a satin blade, which is quite nice too. Same knife, different finish. Oh, let's see if we can give you a comparison here with one of our standards. Here's the Griptilian. So next to the Griptilian, pretty much the same length blade as the Wendigo, and pretty much, when I say blade, I mean overall. And about the same with the Yokai as well. So interesting. I was figuring they'd be a little bit longer. They're definitely taller knives. If we put the Freak in there, Freak's a bit longer overall. Interesting. And about the same. Not sure if perspective's playing in here or not. I'll take that back. The Freak's about the same length. Begs the question, is the Freak the same size as the Griptilian? Slightly longer than a Griptilian. Okay. So much for comparisons. You compare and you compare and you compare, and your eyes go buggy after a while, I think. So yes, two new ones from Damned Designs, and they're damned good knives. A couple other designs out there too, and these all sold out. So these were directly from damneddesigns.com. And I will put the link in the description. There's been a lot of requests to put links in the descriptions. I will do that to the extent that I can. But as I've mentioned to some viewers that ask me about that, I like to put my efforts into showing the knives, going over the details, kind of giving you a good pictorial of them. And I can certainly talk a little bit about where you can get them. Right now, though, they used to be widely available on Amazon. They are not any longer. That may change as their inventory changes, but I know that shortly after Blade Show West, these things surfaced on the Damned Designs website along with several other designs, and I think within a matter of half a day or so they went up and they were all gone. So happy to have scored these two that I could share with you guys, and really think we've covered most of it. They are open designs, one with a backspacer and a shorter backspacer on the Wendigo. So hey, it's late. If I missed anything, my apologies. You may see these two guys surface again in future reviews, but for now, that's a good amount about them for you. Excellent, strong, well-built designs, incredible drop shut action, right out of the box. And these two are back flippers, while the Hades is a thumb stud opener. Okay, folks, time for bed here. We'll catch you soon. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. This Old Sword, signing out.